Can we hope that Brock Purdy's rookie season goes better than your rookie season?
It already has.
There's a transition.
It already has. Nicely done.
Thank
We're
you.
looking for a way out of that. But anyway, here we are.
Sorry.
Look, it's still only been 7 quarters, so I'm going to split the difference here. I get what Bonte's saying. You still have to, take a breath, I think. You still have to take a breath. I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, okay? Here's the other side to this, though. This changes everything. That's the answer to my question. For me, how does this change your perspective? It changes everything. Everything. Both this year and beyond. If Brock Purdy is going to look like this, so here's where I'll join you, Dibs. If he's going to look like that, then yeah, that's a Super Bowl contender right there. There's probably only 5 of them, maybe 6. Who do you really think legit threat to win this dance? Chiefs, Bills, Eagles. I'm going to give it to the Cowboys. Right now, the Bengals look like a team that's found themselves. Until Lamar gets healthy, I don't know exactly what's going on there. I don't really feel like the Ravens are on that list. And as of 2 weeks ago, I felt like the 49ers were on that list. And then it all stopped. And then the engine caught. And now it starts again. So I'm not going to flatly say Super Bowl contender, but I'm going to say if he looks like that, yeah, they are. Damn right they are.
I would just put it at 4 teams. I would say Chiefs, Bills, Eagles, Niners.
Okay.
And after what I saw from the Cowboys yesterday, having to absolutely perform CPR on that game to get by the worst team in the National Football League, a team that is openly treating it like a bowl game, 1 QB in, 1 QB out. That was not a very good win for Dallas. I know you play to win the game, Herm Edwards.
And everybody has bad, everybody has weird, wonky weeks.
Sure, but
so
that's
maybe
not
that
a spot where you can have a wonky week at home where you're double-digit favorites, and you got to, basically celebrate the fact that you rescued that thing from the dregs in order just to get over Houston. That's a bad sign to me. Minnesota, I am out on Minnesota.
Me too.
Detroit beat you from stem to stern.
Detroit's good.
Well, Detroit's all right.
Detroit's
playing well, sure, but Minnesota's a fraud. Is the bigger point.
Detroit is 5-1 in their last 6 weeks, and their one loss is by a field goal to the Buffalo Bills.
We're going to buy the kneecap.
Is Detroit a playoff team?
If you were to do this right now, yeah.
Is Detroit going to make the playoffs?
I don't know.
We're going to take your other kneecap.
Maybe either the Giants or the Commanders are going to lose next week. If the Lions win again.
That's a bold assumption, by the way.
Well, that's true. They could tie. But one of those teams going to lose next week. They play each other. If the Lions win, they're a half game out.
Lions at the Jets. A desperate Jets.
Tough game.
At Carolina, the plucky Panthers playing much better since they fired their coach.
They're only a game out of first.
Hosting Chicago and then at Green Bay. Who knows what Green Bay is going to do? It might be an ayahuasca Sunday for Aaron. So, and Chicago, though, a team that I don't know if they're ready to shut it down. Justin Fields is playing like a guy who is still playing for his reputation. So, not an easy slate for Detroit, and they need to win 3 of 4.
They're a solid club. It may be too little too late, but that's a good football team right now. Their offense is one of the top 6 or 7 offenses in the league right now. 888-957-9570. We'd love to hear from you today, and that's our question. How did yesterday change your perspective? And you can answer that any way you want. You can make it about the Super Bowl. You can make it about the fact that if this is Brock Purdy, does everybody understand how he might just put a cape on, dude? You might save the entire organization from itself because we're going to enjoy now. But sure, March was going to be weird based on all the scenarios that, oh gosh, we've said it 100 times. Mike Silver's come on and said it. Everybody knows inside this organization. You can't come back next year with Trey Lance as your only option at quarterback just because of questions about his play, but more importantly, because of the injuries coming off of. You had to have another option going forward. Well, looks like they might have it. And if they do, they can just easily let Jimmy walk, save their salary cap, all of that. So my perspective changes in 2 ways, but it's still going to be qualified. If he's going to play like that, it changes everything for this year and beyond.
Agreed. I think it already has changed everything for next year, in particular in terms of the Jimmy Garoppolo question as to whether or not he'll be back. I don't think now that you would look at it and think about it in terms of any realistic return. And you look at Brock Purdy's cap number, and I just looked at it, Mark, and I feel bad for the kid.
Wait, making minimum wage.
His signing bonus this year
was
$19,252.
I'll take that check.
He's making $705K, so I'm not going to say that he's he can't survive. His dead cap next year, 57, not million,
$57,
$57,000.
$57,000.
Then he goes to 38.5, and his dead cap in 2025, $19,252. His contract, 4 years, $3.737 million. So
my gosh.
we always talk about, if you have a QB on a rookie deal, you can really do some things. You might have 2 QBs on 2 rookie deals.
Willard and Dibs are starting to GoFundMe right now. See if we can get Brock Purdy a house, because there's no way in hell he's affording a home here in the Bay Area. Let's get
him
to
a
it.
rental. He's probably on a couch somewhere.
How did this change your perspective after watching 4 quarters of this?